Man, this is just crazy. Someone in the Shiba Inu squad just dropped some major hints. It would appear that they are boasting about a top-secret Shiba Inu plan, and with that a Shiba Inu will achieve the cent level. This is not a practice run, it is now becoming apparent to us. There are questions about the 63 billion Shiba Inus. Tell me what's going on. If Shiba Inus are going to make a full recovery soon, why? Allow me to clarify. Important notice. Shiba Inu has seen a decline in price. That being said, be not deceived. It's not a mere coincidence. A great deal of pressure is developing beneath the surface. This is analogous to the moment just before a massive wave crashes in, when the tide goes out. At the moment, that's how it feels. Even if there's one or two red candles on the charts, what about the community? Things are heating up. All around you there is a hum. It has everyone's attention. Furthermore, I can't help but feel that we're standing on the precipice of a monumental event. Why? Something wild happened on the Shiba Inu team's end, since now things are starting to heat up. What they're implying is much bigger than a simple update or adjustment. No. In other words, they're claiming to have something. Anything that might propel Shiba Inu to that ideal goal, be it a release, strategy, or move. 1 penny. That is more than rhetoric. That's quite an audacious claim. The most absurd aspect? Their assurance is palpable. The way they seem to have a strategy all figured out and ready to go. This huge unexpected transaction suddenly reaches Coinbase. Totally unexpectedly. Bam. No forewarning, no leaks, nothing. An unexpected move of whale proportions. There is no more suspect timing than this. Everyone is going crazy trying to determine if it has anything to do with the team's announcement. Is this all part of a plot? Is someone in the no-making position about to make a big move? The timing is absolutely crucial in this case. Listen, I can see that many of you are looking at the price chart and wondering whether this is all just lip service. I think you raise a valid point. However, the intriguing part is this. An expert who has been keeping tabs on Shiba Inu claims that the coin is holding its value. Really, it's not budging. Most importantly, there is a really sturdy level that it continues to bounce off of. It indicates that buyers are keeping their money in the market and not letting it fall any further. Support like that typically heralds major developments. However, things get even better because the same expert also spotted something much more intriguing. The Shiba Inu he observed is showing signs of developing bullish energy. How does a spring deform when compressed? As if you could sense it was about to burst. Indeed, that is the appearance of this. The momentum is increasing according to the graphic. It would be interesting to see Shiba Inu expand into new territory if it manages to overcome the next major obstacle. What then transpired? At long last, the Shiba Inu squad has taken action, and it's causing quite a stir, but in a good way. Everyone is talking about a new powerful message that Luis Delgado, a prominent person in the Shiba Inu community, just released. What holders really need to hear at the moment is this. To be honest, I can attest to the fact that his headline reality check is spot on. Delgado made his point very apparent by using a poker analogy. He claims that the chief developer of Shiba Inu, Shytoshi Kusama, has more work to accomplish. Actually, he's being coy. Shytoshi says Delgado has a number of major tricks in his sleeve, those that completely alter the situation rather than only altering the hand. The gist of what he's saying is that big announcements, utilities, features, and initiatives are all set to go live soon. Things that are still under wraps. When it does drop, it has the potential to upend the Shiba Inu ecology as we know it. That bodes well for the number of use cases, interest, and demand. You already know that prices go higher when demand goes up. Delgado is also not merely making empty claims. He bolstered it with a hashtag that is currently trending throughout the community. I agree with that. This isn't just some wild fantasy, even though it may sound absurd at first. It may start to look like this goal is within reach given all the team is set to release, he says. Just so you have some idea, it's a giant jump from where we are at the moment. The token's value would have to increase by more than 78,000% from where it is now. It seems enormous, doesn't it? However, let me explain. This behavior in Shiba Inus is not new to us. Do you recall the year 2021? Keep in mind that Shiba Inus went into hyperdrive in the span of a few hours. At one point it was unremarkable altcoin. In the blink of an eye, people's lives were being turned upside down by portfolios. That was no accident. There was a community that understood how to rally, and the timing was perfect. And that energy, at this very moment, it will be returning. It is palpable. You can guarantee that people are paying attention when Delgado claims that Shytoshi still has a few tricks under his sleeve. The kind of momentum that hasn't been witnessed in years might be reignited if even just one of those game-changing decisions comes to fruition. The sort that garners media attention. Those that cause others to wonder, how tall can a Shiba Inu get? Clearly, this is more than a single post. Here we have a signal and a spark. That 1 cent fantasy might not be that far away after all if things continue to align like they did previously. By the way, there's information that you must be aware of regarding signals. A huge transaction occurred in the last day. All of the 63 billion Shiba Inu tokens worth over $1,000 were stealthily removed from a Coinbase hot wallet by a single wallet. There were no trades, no bridges, and not even a stray particle of dust, just departed, transferred to a new location with a single tidy sweep. The story gets more intriguing from here on out. The tokens have remained in that wallet ever since they landed there. All they're doing is sitting, discontinued from staking, trading, and shipment. They appear to have been parked, and are now patiently waiting for anything. Now hear this. There is no history stored in the new wallet. There is no known whale associated with it. No DeFi platform or central exchange is associated with it. Even though it's a ghost wallet, the number of Shiba Inus it contains has recently been newsworthy. And the thing is, something is likely afoot when large-scale withdrawals like this occur, particularly from a prominent exchange such as Coinbase. Such an action. There is a pattern. I've done the math. It's all a part of a grand scheme. Perhaps an upcoming long-term move is in the works. Perhaps a big announcement is imminent. I mean, maybe they have some insider knowledge that the rest of us don't have quite yet. And take a moment to consider the time. The Shiba Inu squad releases an audacious statement, revealing their hidden tricks and their intentions to go for the 1 cent mark. Then, as if by magic, this massive transaction takes place on Coinbase. Could there be a connection? Although we do not have evidence, the synchronicity is difficult to disregard. What if this wallet is actually owned by somebody with ties to the project? What if they're just getting ready to make a big move? Is it possible that the next stage of the Shiba Inu's trip will involve numerous whale moves, of which this is but the beginning? Listen, we are still missing some information. At this point, everything is conjectural. When everything starts to fit together like way, even guesswork has some validity. A paramount message for the community, uncovering the mystery of a transfer measuring whale size. Nothing has happened since then. There's no misalignment. And the energy. I'm extremely bullish. Is the Shiba Inu population set to explode? Is this the beginning of the ascent to the fabled 1 cent mark? We have no idea what the future holds, but all indications are pointing in an exciting direction. I can tell you one thing. It appears that someone is taking action. Plus, they're doing it with poise, self-assurance, and substantial funding. Never close your eyes. A strange thing is transpiring. Shiba Inu continues to have one of the game's brightest futures, even when viewing the big picture from a distance. That is more than rhetoric. That's the energy radiating outward. Lucy, the head marketer for Shiba Inus, recently tweeted something. Something she said truly resonates with me. Is it possible that we're all simply going through a bad patch, and are therefore prepared for the biggest bull run ever? I am uncertain. I refuse to give up, even though maybe I'm naively optimistic. An attitude like that can ignite a revolution. In light of recent events, Lucy's remark struck a chord. For some, the market may appear unstable. Volatility in prices, including with dips and hovers. That's how the game is played. Amidst all this, the developers are hard at work, the whales are surfacing, and the community is stronger and more vocal than ever. What seems like a minor storm is actually the calm before a major one is about to hit. Perhaps, as Lucy pointed out, we need to face these challenges in order to be prepared for the actual run. The one who surprises onlookers by completely turning the tables. The genuine players double down when the commotion quiet down and the charts turn red. At that point, the groundwork is set for the subsequent bull run. Everything is coming together, with the team dropping hints about aces, whales making stealthy moves, and the 1 cent dream Shiba Inu fad heating up. Lucy may be naive, but then again so could everyone who has clung on to a token just before it became popular. Look at the results they received from that. Even though Shiba Inus appear to be in a bit of a slump at the moment, what's going on under the hood? Construction and setup are underway. Even if this is the worst, maybe the best is on the other side, as Lucy mentioned. However, how do you feel about this? Make your comment in the space provided. Click on one of the videos on the screen if you're interested in finding out more. Here we are at the conclusion of this video. Please enable the channel's notification bell if you found the video enjoyable. You risk losing money if you don't update your Shiba Inu when they need it. Do not put it at risk. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you could forward this video to everyone you know. It is time to spread the word.